guys, so I am back with another flower arrangement. My dear son, he has graduated from kindergarten and he got invited back to speak at his pre-K school, which he obviously graduated from last year. And because the principal decided to invite us back to the school, I am making her a beautiful flower arrangement. But I've got to make it really, really quick because I've actually got to go to get my children in the next like 10 minutes. So we'll see about making this quick here. I have beautiful flowers, lilies, Asiatic lilies, and some greenery here. So that's what I'm going to do to get started. And I have already filled my vase with water. I'll probably need to fill it with a little bit more. Attached, you probably can't see it, but my business card is in here. And you can see my name in it when you look inside. It's actually pretty cool. But anyways, I digress. So I am going to just kind of get to snipping here. I've got 2 lilies and they smell so freaking good. And I'm probably not going to use all of the flowers, which means I can make another arrangement for someone. Not sure who yet, but as you can see, I'm kind of putting this next to the vase and figuring out kind of where I want the flowers to hit. Just pulling the leaves off, coming through, doing a quick snip, and it will hit really, really nicely in here. My scheme is just white colors, some creams. I'm going to put these over here to the side. I don't think that I will need them. But I'm just taking a little look here, get some height to it. Cut off a little, like that. And you know, I think it's actually really nice to be able to use something you're passionate about, your skills and your talents to bless another person. Plus it's really therapeutic to be able to pour into another. Over to the side. Turn my camera sideways this time, so we're going to see how that turns out. I think it'll turn out better, render better on YouTube. We'll find out. Oh, this week. Glad that it's over. It was nice, but I'm ready to just relax, be with my family, be together. And you know, let's probably snip these a little bit. I was thinking this week about the Proverbs 31 woman and how she used to intimidate me. You know, she kind of had all her business together. And I'm starting to realize the Proverbs 31 woman doesn't do everything. She figures out what is in her lane and she owns it fully with excellence. She figures out what's not in her lane and she outsources it and manages it and makes sure that people get their job done. And the reason I share that is because last week I did a first. And I had a cleaner come to my house, clean my bathrooms, and I felt a little guilty. Honestly, I felt guilty because I'm like, she's cleaning and I'm sitting here enjoying myself. Like, who does that? Where do they do that at? But you know what I realized? I work really freaking hard, and I'm sure that you do too. And so since I am able to afford it, why not outsource some of those things and just enjoy my life? Figure out what I want to do and what I don't want to do. And if I don't want to do it, don't force myself to do it just because that's been something that's been passed on by tradition or society tells you and says and thinks that you should do. I'm just getting some greenery here. It says water. Let's leave that here in the bucket, like so. Okay. Like I said, this is a really quick and dirty arrangement. It smells heavenly. Okay. I'm just taking pieces here. is a simple arrangement. If I put it in and I don't like it, guess what? We tweak it. Fill it up with greenery, just like it's like a wedding bouquet. Oh, where to stick that? I'll always stick that in the middle somewhere. And I may come back and use the rest because this is going to not be full enough. Do a little bit of snipping here, like so. This is really tough. This is reading big muscles sometimes for these flowers. Okay, let's drop it in. See what it's looking like. Yeah, it's good news. Color scheme is nice. It's really pretty. Got some depth to it. Angle these. Come through and maneuver them as I go. And actually, if I can use all of these, that's ideal. So now, just gonna start sticking these in there. Go from there, do some clipping. Yeah, you guys, I am not about this just do it all, do everything life. I'm like, you know what? No. I'm gonna keep my joy, keep my peace, keep my sanity, keep my entire mind together. And one of the first ways to do that is deciding what you are not going to do. If you don't have the ability to say no, please believe people around you will have the ability and fully exercise it to sign you up for stuff, say yes on your behalf, because you're too timid and afraid to speak up and say, no, I'm not doing that. I think a slower and intentional life is the way that I'm riding. Oh, this is looking pretty. Just need to fill it in a little bit right there, which I'm going to do with some more lilies. Here, calories. Drop it in like so. Go in there. There we go. Ooh wee. So now. I wonder if I can stick this in. I really want to. Done. So like I said, this is going to the director of the school. Her name was Miss K. She emailed me a couple of months ago and asked me if my son would be willing to give a speech. So I worked with him yesterday. He wrote out his speech. Oh yes. He wrote out his speech, and I believe he is pretty prepared. Look at this. What I'm doing here is I'm just picking off some of the brown leaves that are on this so that it looks, you know, nice and together, not tacky. Just popping it off. Just because a flower has a little bit of brown on it somewhere does not mean that it's not good. To throw the whole thing out, just tear a little piece off. So that's what I'm doing. Snip. We'll look. I'm measuring it to see how I want it to hit. And I rotate my bases. Find empty spots and just gently fill it in. Fill it. Fill it in. Okay, look at this. I don't have have to even use all the greenery, but I will use some of it to fill it in. Nobody likes a spacey looking arrangement. Shouldn't say nobody. I don't like to speak in alls here. Can't decide if I like the leaf, but if both of those are out. So I'm actually gonna pop those off like that. So maybe you can just maneuver, stick them a little bit out. How do I feel? I don't know how it looks on camera, but I like how it looks in person. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up because I've about hit my 10 minutes. Thank you for observing. And again, this was designed by Hello Miss Low. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. And take care, y'all. Oh, so freaking good.